bitches.
Hello.
Dez's wheel is spinning.
It's wheeling.
I guess she'll catch up when she stops spinning. This wheel talk with Dez. Anyways,
that was clever.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Mother's Day. How was yours?
It was what I wanted. I wanted to not go anywhere because Houston's family was in town from Saturday to Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they left Saturday, we did a birthday party. And so I was like, I just want to stay home.
Yeah.
In the backyard, getting served mimosas while everybody cleans up the backyard.
And
they actually listened to me. And they did.
Well, shit.
So
that's pretty awesome. That's a pretty fantastic Mother's Day then. You got exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's super nice. And you didn't have to do any of the work.
So no, although there's a couple, like I did do the dishes and things here and there, like Houston cooked.
Right?
Houston cooked, and he's like I've explained this before. When he cooks, he likes to like throw the seasonings and stuff.
Makes his fucking emerald.
And I'm like, you're gonna clean that up, right? And then he didn't. So this morning, I'm like sending all these videos to him, like, Happy Mother's Day after Mother's Day of me cleaning up after the food that was cooked for me. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Wow. Should have just ordered.
But nonetheless, it was a good one. How about you?
Wonderful. Hi, Rebecca. How was your Mother's Day? And we've got little Rocky Raina here.
Rocky Raina?
He said, "Hey."
Oh, Mason.
How was your Mother's Day?
And my Mother's Day was great. It was super lazy. We went over to Graham's house on Saturday instead, which was really nice. CJ ordered Olive Garden, like the big old pans of Olive Garden. Went and picked that up, so we didn't even have to sit and do any of that stuff. We avoided all the crowds, all the craziness, except for the traffic, which still occurred on Saturday, even though I thought it would be like maybe localized more to Sunday. It was not. It was awful. But, whatever. It was a really nice day. We got to spend time with Graham and Mom, and then Mom's sister and her daughter and her wife and her kid came into town. So that was really fun. We got to just all hang out. And then Sunday was like actual Mother's Day, and it was easy and nice and relaxing. So I took a nap. I don't even know when the last time I took a nap was.
That sounds like a good Mother's Day.
Yeah. Like it didn't matter what else occurred in the day. I took a fucking nap on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Legit. Well, CJ did dishes. I was like, you didn't have to do that. I don't fucking care. And he was like, nah, I felt I had to. I'm like, okay. Well, I napped. So it was a very lulling sound. You did.
I'm sure it is a lulling sound. I wouldn't know.
Hearing someone else do dishes, right? The water was all running, and I was like, oh man, I'm getting cozy. I mean, he could have just been running the water and flipping it for all I know, but turned out some dishes were done. So. You had a nice one, mimosas on the couch in your PJs all day. Boom. That was great. We did virgin mimosas for breakfast, CJ and I, because we were like, I think we drank enough yesterday. But fam made brunch and cleaned up. Top notch. Welcome, Jessica. You were not first here. It's very rare. By the way, I'm sweaty as fuck in my cool ass flight jacket. I gotta wear it though. I've been wanting to wear it and it's been way too hot. So I have the fan going just to like keep me from like.
Well, it's supposed to cool down in a couple days. So.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but
out here. So we're a little warmer than you guys have been. It was so nice to be out there on Saturday because it hit like 100 right when we left the house.
Oh, okay.
We were like, oh, let's get out of here.
That was good. Good time to leave.
Great. Desiree, how was your Mother's Day? If you're able to unmute
it's like going in and out, so I apologize. I'm trying not to use the camera in hopes that maybe that will make it less glitchy for like on my end. It's using less bullshit. Because we just got out of Girl Scouts, so my Mother's Day was actually really good. I woke up, and I went and I just showered myself, because by that point it'd been like 7 days since I was able to wash my hair, which was lame.
That's
But
nice.
then when I got out of the shower, I then put my little peel your feet, get them ready for summer booties on, and that takes an hour or
I
whatever.
should do that.
And
Yeah.
so I did that. It says you can do it monthly, so I'm like, I don't know if it's like month every 30 days, like from when you put them on, or is it every 30 days from when they stop peeling? I'm not sure. I haven't figured it out, but whatever. So I put these booties on, and so then I went and I sat in bed, and then they brought me breakfast in bed, and they had gifts on the bed and brought me balloons, and it was very nice. Um, I got some new shoes, a little bag, some candy that I tried to eat a bunch of yesterday because now I'm like full back to keto. Everyone keep me straight, okay? Um, and then they waited for my booties to come off, and then they had me lay on the bed like all my limbs out, and so like Lily massaged my hands and my arms, and Ben massaged my back, and then Emmanuel and Odin massaged my feet for
Bomb.
like probably I laid there an hour.
See, I'm the opposite of you. I didn't want to be touched at all.
Well, no, I love to
Right?
get my feet rubbed and legs because they're
No,
usually
but
swollen and they hurt, and so like
oh,
it does
gotcha.
help like the circulation and stuff,
No,
and
it
so it just
really
feels really
No,
nice. But
I get
it does.
that.
But I
I
get
But
not
other than that,
wanting.
yes, like don't crawl all over me. Like I don't
I don't.
particularly
Yeah,
need
it's like
crawled
like
over.
you finally get to not have to be touched, and you're like, "Ugh, come on,
because
guys."
when you were saying that, I just started getting a slight bit of anxiety. I just started picturing like everybody around me. I'm like,
Everybody trying to touch you
He tried to get
all
them to
at the
like
same
stop
time.
talking, like
Every
so they
one of your
weren't doing a
limbs.
lot of talking, so I was able to like lay there and just really like I had music playing. Sleep Token, the new album, for everybody who's wondering, go listen. Um No, they didn't pay me to say that, but they don't need to. I'll tell you anyway.
They should.
Anyways, and so like I laid there and just for like an hour, and then they left so that I could like lay down and just like relax for a while. And at some point Emmanuel came in, I think it was before the massage, and like the previous year they like he like took them all out and like just kept them away from me. Like there was zero interaction. There was like nothing going on basically. It was like, is today Mother's Day? Are you gonna talk to me at all? Um, and so I complained because basically we didn't do nothing all day, right? And then it was like you do dinner. So basically I'm ignored the whole day.
mm,
Like there was
yeah.
nothing,
Never
But
complain
so
about
this year was very different. And so then he was like, hey, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to give you some space, like relaxing. We'll wait till your little booty things come off and then we'll like do the
I
massage and
appreciate
like let
that.
you relax. So like this is like probably the first year where it was like he actually maybe heard what I had to say,
That's
put it
good.
into action.
Sometimes that's
So it
all
was
you
very
want is
nice.
to know you were heard.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then like I gave Odin a nap after lunch, and then we went to an early dinner. I had some sort of tacos. I fucked those up. It was very good. And then we came home and I tried to eat some desserts, and then we went to sleep. It was very easy, very relaxed, very nice. Lily kept trying to like clean the house throughout the week, like just do little things throughout the week so it didn't look like
That's
she was
nice.
doing anything, I guess. But like because the boys are the boys, it just kept getting like out of control. And so like my house was a mess yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. That's every
But
time
like there
I'm
was
cooking,
attempts
it's
made,
so
right? Like
immediately.
there was attempts made,
Yeah.
especially
That's
from the
all that
teenager. Like
matters.
that means something.
Tried. Yeah. Yeah, especially when a teenager tries. That's like
Yeah.
it feels almost above and beyond.
Yeah.
God, we have
Hmm.
such abusive relationships with our teenagers.
That's what I'm saying, right?
They got us whipped. Really. They do like one nice little thing, and we're like,
Right. They do that on
Hmm.
purpose, right? To
I know
us.
they must.
Exactly.
They must. They must have like some fucking like chit chats behind scenes.
You
Like,
know
hey,
they do.
what are we gonna do this week? Keep
Something.
them on their toes. You got like wind ghosts out there behind you, Dominique. Something keeps going
Oh, really?
by your curtains. It looks like maybe like tree like shadows. Like maybe a car went by. I don't know.
That's
That
the
would be
alley,
weird.
though.
Right. Yeah. Maybe it was a reflection off of something.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm staring.
Yeah, we'll see. It was interesting. Jessica, you get to wear your jacket. It's not too fucking hot out that way yet. That's nice. Or do you like blast the AC in the car just so you can?
That's what
Because
I'm saying.
I just want to wear it everywhere. Like I feel cool in it, but it's like I'm also probably got like big old pit stains up in here. You know? Not yet. Okay.
I wore it a couple of times, and the first time I wore it, Houston's like, "What? Where'd you get that? What is that?"
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. Anyway,
Made me
so
giggle.
that's interesting. He's so silly. Did you tell him about that in the book, or
No, like the first day, I didn't even know about.
like who the fuck's jacket is that? It's mine. I swear.
Found
It's
it.
not in a forest. It's been chilly. Dang.
Is that normal? Is that like the average spring weather there?
Right. Well, I mean, it's fucking May, dude. It's practically summer out here. So
Yeah, well,
I
it's like
expected it to
average
be
temp
hotter.
is like 80, but then it's
I
still
ex-
pretty cold at night.
Yeah, I expected it to be hotter our way than it is, but it isn't.
That's a
So
cool. Is that a new cup? That looks cool.
no, this one I got CJ like I don't even know when. Many years ago. I don't know if you can see it's got like cool shape.
Yeah, it almost looks like a little butt.
Yeah, there's, like little butt cheeks in there. Yeah, drinking from little butt cheeks.
Wow, Tosh likes to drink the ass. Got it.
No, I
That's
didn't say that.
nasty.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Use it like a
He
loop.
likes to drink
You know,
from
when
the
you go to a
ass. Got
fucking
it.
party, you know when you like
Oh.
see those parties on like TV and movies where they have like they're pouring booze through like an ice luge, and you just like open your mouth at the end of it, and you're like, ah, right? That's I could use an ass for that, but just this. I'm not trying to drink it. I'm just trying to.
I'm
like,
driving, so I don't know what you did with your hands.
I'm sure you can guess. Just pour it down like an ice luge of vodka. You know,
A nice luge, Desiree, where you collect it in your mouth.
Uh-huh.
You've never done that at a party? I've never done that at a party. I just watch it in the movies and I'm like, I don't know if that's real. I've never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I had the ice where they poured the ice through the ice at my wedding.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't drink
But
it.
you couldn't.
So I don't know.
We didn't have it.
You didn't put your mouth to. You had to put your drink to it.
Yeah, because it went straight. I wanted it to be that way because I wanted people to get a little crazy at the end of in the late evening, but I don't think it happened.
No, you don't. Yeah.
No, they were crazy through your whole wedding for sure.
Yeah.
Not me. Not me
but
either. Other people.
Not me either, because it wasn't my day. So, like the one time I did not.
It was for everybody to get
It
wild.
was, though. We all had fun at your wedding. It was a great one. We did have fun. And no hauntings occurred. So that bonus.
Not that we knew of, at least.
Yeah, bonus. Mm-hmm.
So I did not finish reading the book. I didn't finish the last 2 chapters.
I didn't finish the last chapter. My family was here from Saturday to Saturday.
That's a long time. That is a long time. Okay. We are here for the first half of Devil of Dublin by BB Easton. There we go. This is our virtual vacation to Ireland. Where are we? County Kerry, I think, is where it's supposed to be kind of located.
Yeah.
Glenshire is not a real place, but there are several places in that county that basically fit the description of Glenshire or Glenshire, if you're from there, pretty darn well. How has everyone enjoyed this book so far? We did read through chapter 16, most of us, and it ended kind of like a prime spot for anyone who, for those of us who made it to that spot. It ended at like a really good spot. So Dominique, you did not read the last chapter, right? Okay. And Des, you have the last 2.
And who was the last chapter? Was it?
The last chapter is Kellen.
Okay.
And that is, let me just see where that one starts. They've made it to like kind of the like safe house, like at the end of the day.
Okay.
Like it's not really like a safe house. We don't really know where exactly they are. We don't know if it's his fucking house or someone else's that he just broke into. We have no idea yet. But they made it there. and you have no idea what happens at that point. And then Des, where are they when you stopped? You did not read chapter 15 or 16?
Desiree, that's you.
She might
What?
be driving in a spot where like she either doesn't hear me or
Yeah.
because I think she said they're headed home from the last Girl Scout meeting.
What does that mean, last?
I guess
They
it's their
take-
for like the season or
they take
something. I
summer
don't know.
off?
Girl Scouts, like yeah, I guess do they maybe take summer off?
Oh, that makes sense
Hi,
if everybody's
Melanie.
on
Welcome,
vacation
babe.
and whatnot.
I'm sure you got your reading done, and I would be surprised if you didn't just go and read the whole book.
Oh,
My
wow.
mom read the whole book in 2 days. You gave this book to your mom to read? Do tell. I mean, don't give us any spoilers because apparently the second half is a banger. But
Is it?
yes. So I was talking to mom just before we got on, and she was like, if you liked the first half, you're really gonna like the second half. And I was like, oh shit.
How did your mom like the book? How did she?
She liked it. I mean, she's not a reader of spice, not in that way at all. So I think that that's like the kind of the stuff that makes it like pointless. I mean, she feels like it's kind of pointless, I think, in books. A lot of what is to come, I think, is more like exploration from two people who've been, you know, heavily abused in their lives. And so it's going to be kind of a different read than I think a lot of like dark spice typically is. But she enjoyed the story. She enjoyed the backstory. She enjoyed the setting. She said it's going to get really good.
Okay.
So, and I was like, dang, I kind of missed meeting every week just for that. Like, oh man, we still have another like quarter to go, you know, where we have to like stop. Climax. You kind of missed that part, but okay. And she loved it. That's great. That's great. All right. Finished it about halfway done with the second. The second book, it's a 2-book series or a duet, is called The Devil Himself. And at the end, we do get like a little.
Oh.
But the sneak starts at chapter 2. So
that's interesting.
Don't get feisty and go like read ahead. But there's also a playlist at the back of the book, which is rare. I love that some authors are doing that now because that kind of gives like a little fun extra, you know, like where was the author at as they were writing. I feel like a lot of this is, you know, like it'll be moodier. Or yeah, it says strap in for a moody, vibey, angsty ride through mystical forests, deep desire, and fable-worthy first loves. In this collection of songs that stoked the flames in my burning heart while I wrote Devil of Dublin. So, you can stream it on Spotify. Search Devil of Dublin. So it's already there on Spotify if you want to go have a listen. There's a lot of goodies in here too. A lot of yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, anyway, so Des ended her reading. I think it's from Kellen's point of view. Chapter 14. Yeah, that was Kellen.
Yeah.
And they were just getting away from Alexei, who was trying to kill Kellen. And they're driving around in, what did he call it? A fucking
Ford Fiesta.
Yeah. I don't know if you got to that part, but he called the fucking car like a something roller skate, and I fucking
yeah. No, I was just laughing that you, like Ford. I don't know why. Just it being a Ford Fiesta made me giggle too.
Right? It's a fucking Ford Fiesta because that's like the fucking rental car you would get. You know what I mean? Like that was perfect. Can't believe you're already in the second book. Now you got to try and like fucking figure out where to stop with our conversations here, ma'am. This is my first time doing audio instead of paper. Had to make myself stop listening at the stopping point. How are you enjoying it? We did a little preview, you guys. Des did do a little preview of the audio for us, I think, when we were on recently. And some of you were like, I don't know about her voice. I don't know about her voice, but I like his. However, I did both eyeball reading, and earball reading, earhole reading, whatever you want to call it. I listened and I read so that I could like really fucking pay attention. And I ended up enjoying her voice more than I thought, and more than I did during like the weird little preview that we did last time. I did enjoy her voice just a little bit more.
So I am listening
I'm making it go
also.
faster. Sorry, Lily was talking to me.
You did listen also?
What did Desiree respond to you? What was that?
No, I don't
saying
know
to
if it was making it go faster. What did we
Oh.
listen at? Did we try listening at 1? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I see what you mean. No, yeah, I was listening, and I don't like when he
Does her
quotes
voice?
or speaks the voice for her.
Yeah.
It just throw like it. I don't know. I don't
It's
know
harder
why.
because it's a man who has to have a softer sound and
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like when she does it. It's
Yeah. I don't mind when she does it. I don't know why.
Does, like the Irish accent for everyone around her. I think that like the narrator does a really good job.
But when he does it, I don't know. It's like I would have just rather her do the actual.
So when people typically do duets, that's kind of what I always expect. I'm like, can you just let them like quote themselves? Like you don't have to speak for them in that moment. But then they don't always do it that way. They just like read their own chapter.
I get that.
And then some they do the back and forth where even if she's narrating her entire chapter, like the parts he's speaking come in
right
and the other way around, which I love. It's a preference. I love that. But I have enjoyed her chapters as well from that point of view. I don't know. I'm really enjoying that so
I feel like it just maybe it takes it away from his like toughness when he when you know what I mean, like then he just like I'm like
he's going from like angry and like protective like then
so my
moment, and so it's very hard like if you are listening to hit that switch. I get that.
So that's my only like okay like
he's like trying to take over and she's like trying to be all I'm not scared but like I'm a little scared. Yeah, I get it. All right. I had a Ford Fiesta as my first car. We called it a fucking roller skate.
That's funny.
That's so perfect. It's like the author now. Voice actors for Kellen sound like the same guy from B&B. It might actually be, but I'm not 100% on
it
that.
Is.
That's what you guys were
the same.
We did say that. Okay.
Book 3 was not. Book 2 might not have been too. But I know book 1 is. Book 1 is the same voice. It's the same voice as Haunting.
As Haunting?
Isn't that what we said?
No.
That's what we said.
No. This
I knew
is
it was
not
Butcher and Blackbird, but I thought it was the same voice as the other one too.
Haunting Adeline?
Yeah.
No. That one's Teddy Hamilton. This one I think is Joe Arden, if I'm not mistaken. But no, it could have been the other guy. Let me see. I can just pull it up and we can see that.
Like, yeah, I was trying to like see, but
hold on. Let me go to like details. It'll say who narrates it. Oh no, Eric Nolan.
I'm confused. It's the same as Butcher.
Eric Nolan did no, not Butcher. Sith and Sparrow and Leather and Heart.
I'm literally I'm thinking of it backwards.
Yeah. I think Joe Arden, is the one who did Butcher and Blackbird. But anyway, he's done a bunch of other books that you probably have listened to. He's really good with that Irish accent, isn't he? Jessica's enjoying listening. You had Steve at one point. What the fuck was that in a movie or a book? Somebody was like talking about those. Shoot. I swear when these come up, they crack me up every single time. All right, let's see. I told you it came with him recording some bedtime stories. Oh, man.
I understand.
Honestly, it's nice to have a good Irish accent in your ear, which is also why I was both reading and listening, because I was like, honestly, It's nice to hear how things are supposed to be pronounced, especially when you're reading
Yeah.
another language. But also, love an Irish accent. I got a weakness for that one. CJ will never take me to Ireland. Now that I said that.
Well, no, yeah, we were listening to it. I was listening to it, and Houston heard a little bit, and I was like, we could go to Ireland for maybe a couple years, just so you can.
Oh, bitch, too. I'm coming. Joining you. I'll come with you. I'll visit you all the time. You'll be like, you want to just get you a next door house at this point?
Or maybe they just need to go on some meetings with some people, just so that they get that, like, you know. Does CJ ever pick up anything just from being around people, or no? When you guys travel and whatnot.
Like accents?
Yeah, or
Or
just
like words that people say. Or CJ, once in a while, he'll like pick up things, but it's like mainly from people that were around regularly, or like he doesn't really pick up much when it's like just from travel.
okay.
He doesn't do that like accent copying
Yeah. Okay.
that like some of us do. He doesn't.
I do.
But he will use like words if he's talking to someone like all the fucking time, especially like with work, or if we have like a friend that we're around a lot. Like during COVID, we had some girlfriends, you know, other foster girlfriends that would come over and they would bring their kids and we'd all just like camp out for the weekends. And he would copy a word that one of them said just like all the fucking time because that was such a funny word. So that was like,
Okay, I gotcha.
Hellacious. And I was like, no one says hellacious. Now I know where the fuck you get it from, but he doesn't do it very often. So he's not like us where we start to mimic what we're hearing and then feel shitty about ourselves. Yeah. You and I could just run all over Ireland to do that. They feel like these fucking Americans.
All right.
You don't like to be read to? Do you mean like by someone else in the room or like audiobooks at all?
At all.
I know I pick up on accents. Okay. Oh my God. Do you start like accidentally repeating them back to people? Because that shit cracks me up. And I love it even more when I'm watching someone else do it.
Oh.
It's not me. And I don't have to like feel so bad.
Oh, at all, she said.
Oh. That's interesting. That's interesting. So you don't like it when we popcorn read?
Oh. She probably hates this. She's like, oh, I gotta go early.
To like read to all of us. And then she would be like, okay, it's your turn. And you and I would be like, please don't pick me next.
Yeah, right.
You just
like, there's only so many that can be picked. But
let me know what paragraph so I can like pre-read it and then not listen to anything that anyone else has read up to this point.
That's how it is.
Put me on the spot. If someone reads to me, I'll ask for the book. Or a letter. You're like, no, just give it to me. I'll take it and I'm gonna read it myself. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the first half, quite a bit happens. We start off with little Darby, who is visiting her grandfather with her mom after her grandmother passes in Ireland. And we see her have these like miniature moments with her family, miniature moments with our other main character, Kellen, as she just every summer as she visits, just like 1 week every summer. Sometimes we only get like the one chapter where a few little things occur and then nothing until the next year, 2 years. And then we get to the point where it's 8 years between them seeing each other. And we just get like these little tidbits of either of their lives, their childhoods, and what's going on with them. And then we get their little sweet moments together that are safe and loving and playful. And then we cut to their adults and nothing is safe and loving and playful anymore. And she is back because her grandfather has passed. Her mother has passed. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Everyone dies.
The boom, boom, boom.
Everyone dies. The only person I'm waiting for extremely detailed description of a murder is Father Henry currently. I was like, you know, when they like fade to black with like, or fade this like out of the scene, like cut to, Some scenes you don't need to hear about. Child abuse, you don't need to hear what happened in those scenes. Enough's enough, right? Like the information is there. You know it's what occurred. But I want to fucking hear what happens when he gets back at that dirtbag. I hope we get that in the second half.
Isn't Henry the guy that died in the fire and that's why she thought he was dead?
Yes. Because, and he says it, he says that he left his mutilated body in the burning building.
Is that in the last 2 chapters?
I don't know if it was in the last 2 chapters, but it was like a brief moment in what was said.
No,
So,
it wasn't in the last 2 chapters.
I don't think it was. Okay. It was like around there, but anyways, she was online that the chapel or the little house behind the church had burned down and assumed that he had died in it.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. So
she explained that when they met up recently, because that's what she was saying, how she was trying to look for him this whole time, and she came across that article and was hoping that they would have, what do you call it, updates, but there was never any updates.
Yeah. So that in chapter
it might be in like
14, right that was in chapter 14, and it was right at the end of 14 where the stuff with the car and she got him in the car, whatever, because they were shooting it. But yeah, so that's where it ended. So any talk of, I guess, him killing Henry was not.
No, so he didn't mention that really. It's a thought, like a brief moment. He has not described it. He hasn't talked about it at all at this point.
But it's still going to be in those 2 chapters.
We are hearing in his thoughts, like this moment where he like left that. And that's when Henry dies, but we don't know exactly what went down quite yet. And then we do find out, obviously we know what he did since then. You know, he joined this brotherhood of troublemakers who used to be on the good side and now are doing naughty things. So that's, you know, foreshadowing. We'll see what happens with them now that they're after him and she's with him. I'm sure we can guess what's going to happen. She'll get kidnapped. Some shit'll go down. He'll burn the world finding her. They'll have lots of beautiful sex. Healing sex, maybe.
Healing.
So they both have been through the ringer, these characters. Starting with Houston getting mad at this bomber jacket.
I think
that moment when you said it, I was like, stop it, Houston. You're so perfectly timed right there, because when her stupid fuckface fiance gets mad because she's wearing the jacket and is like, I knew you were a piece of shit. I knew you were cheating on me. And she's like, no, I just found the jacket. I mean, literally, she did just find the jacket. She's not lying. And he like goes after her, and that's like the catalyst to like what gets him fucking murdered. And then like now they're on the fucking run. And I was like, dang, well done, pre-reader. I like my jacket just a little bit more because that dirtbag dies. And I'm sure Desiree will say, with what? Out.
No, Desiree, because when I was wearing the jacket, he was like, where's that jacket from? Where'd you get that?
You have to say, give it a box.
And too bad I hadn't read it first, because then I could have like, I found it in the forest. But that didn't happen.
Des, are your headphones? Des, are your headphones?
Yeah, I have pods in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that it's going in and out because my like service is terrible. That's all.
I was just making sure because I was assuming that you were not saying certain things out loud right now because you have a kid in car.
Saying stuff out loud?
Not saying
like
things.
How John dies.
You've been careful with.
Well, no, you guys hadn't got to that yet. But yeah, what the fuck? The fucking freak.
Yeah, this guy gets off on
and he's
her.
Still ready to fucking rumble. Are you kidding me?
Rumble. Yeah, he is getting choked to death while his pants are down, and he is still in her face.
Rocks.
Yeah.
What? Bitch. Nasty motherfucker. You got what you deserved.
What the fuck? That's a damn freak. And then he ties his ass to a boulder and drops him in a river. First of all, or a
Hey,
lot.
listen, Italians do shoes. Whatevs.
I know. I was like, okay, this is great. Learning new things.
Pigs. Always pigs.
So mom and I are on the phone earlier and she goes, bet. Let's see how long it takes for Desiree to fucking mention this one scene.
Which one? The boulder?
This exact no. John's
the thing.
Johnson.
Well, we haven't gotten there yet. There's a lot to cover.
Staring her in the face as
like,
he was getting strangled to death. I was like 3 minutes flat. Mom's like 3 minutes was what I thought it was going to be, but I'll give her 5. I'll give her 5.
Give her 5.
Because you
and
guys
then it wasn't even me. It was
not get to say it. That's what she she goes, you guys will get off topic for like a hot second and then she'll have to come back to it. I'm going to give her 5 minutes. Mom was closer to it than I was, obviously.
But yeah, but you mentioned it. I mean, it's also like my phone is going in and out. It's real obnoxious. My service is pretty shitty. So I'm like trying to pay attention and, keep it on the road, try and find a gas station before my car completely runs out of gas because it's just above the red line.
So you're doing it on the way there.
I drove past my exit to go to the gas station. So
yeah, no one liked her fiance. We're all glad he's dead.
Yeah, like when they said that she was 18, he was 30, and I was like, the fuck?
Yeah. Mom said you're using your car as an excuse as to why you didn't fucking say that shit sooner.
No, because I'm like trying to pay attention to driving. And then I'm also like, the phone is going in and out. So like, I didn't hear any of the talk about Houston. And then when Dominique was talking about her Mother's Day, all I heard is something about how her kitchen was a mess after Mother's Day. And so like, I'm not hearing everything that's coming through.
It's all good.
So it's obnoxious.
It's all good. But anyways, so we're glad John's gone.
Yes.
As soon as we found out that some 30-year-old was trying to fucking take an 18-year-old girl and wipe her up, we were like, nah, dog, he's rotten. We can tell already. Immediately. And then he was like just speaking for her and being a fucking dirtbag. And then when he was yelling across the fucking cemetery at her, I was like, bitch, run.
Right?
Run.
Hold on. When she was talking about her fucking ring and how she had this rash on her ring, I was like, that fucking deadbeat.
Thank you. He has money and he's such a piece of shit.
He's in his 30s.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Burning a fucking rash on her finger. And she makes it to the fucking forest witch that her grandfather warned her about, which perfect, by the way. She was like, that's a rash because you're already married, bitch, and that's why it's burning. A rash on your finger.
Oh,
yeah. So that's
that was like what she was getting at. Is she? Yeah.
I just thought it was cheap needle.
She was saying that the lock witch that already fucking married her to Kellen when she was a kid.
Yeah. Married at 12. Through their blood hands. Hey,
oh my God. Yeah, Jessica.
What was
run the fuck out of there?
What was the words that he said? Because I was trying to listen very quickly, and so I couldn't go back because I was trying to get through the chapters. But what was it that he said? And I'm assuming that's on one of the things that you gave us.
I'm here. Hi, Caitlin. Yeah, what did he say to her? He said...
What is it?
He said this. It was on our hairpin card.
I'm writing the pin.
Yeah, I knew it was on something, but again, I'm not at home, so.
Let me see if, I can like pull it up, but I can't read that. I don't fucking read this.
I was just like, oh, say it again in my earphones. I don't care what it said.
I rewound it. So I can hear it again and again. And I was like, hold up. I'm going to read it now without hearing it. Nope. He can read it back to me. That's good.
Like, play it for us. Like, find it and play it for us. Did somebody bookmark that?
Can I send you a pic? Yes, I can send you a pic. I can show you what that looks like, and I can send you a picture of it. You goofball, because she didn't get it. But let me send that to you right. Actually, I can do it right here on my computer. Does it say what it like was? What I think it was translated.
I don't remember that.
Oh my gosh!
Somebody open up their book and open it up on Kindle, and I bet it's gonna have like a clickability, and it might take you to like whatever, so then you can know what it
Clickability.
says.
Is that the
Yeah, like
term? Clickability.
no, it's not, but it is now, bitch.
Okay.
Take it.
Well,
feel
I
like
like
it
it.
That.
I like it. I like it.
Take
is.
that.
That's why I liked it. I was like, it should be a thing. If it's not,
What is that? I don't know if this gas station is gonna work. There's something that's.
oh, Rebecca may be able to translate.
Oh, bitch! I forgot.
Fancy.
Because somebody's doing some studies.
That's right. Not me. Not me.
I
When
don't
do they
have
get
anything here.
in the fucking lock?
I think you could, Rebecca.
Anyway, they end up getting married in the law, and that's why they both have a ring of 3 freckle dots on their ring fingers. So dang cute.
That is cute. That's why now I remember you were saying your mom was telling to do like the 3-dot thing. That was
Okay,
very
in
cute.
chapter. Hold on. She falls in chapter 5. We're carrying it on into chapter 6. Oh, the loch would put the fire out. It's in chapter 6. He says he doesn't know what it means, but it fills him with joy. And then they kissed. And then the fog went away. It was very sweet. And then they don't see each other for 8 years. And
Wait, did she jump into the water? Or did she? I wasn't sure, confused with.
What do you mean she jumped into the water when?
She fell in. Okay, like she didn't jump. Like
she fell.
okay.
When?
When he
Following
pulled her
him
out.
in? Oh, she didn't fall in. She
Yes,
followed him in.
she fell from
No.
the rope ladder in the tree
Oh, you're talking about then. But
into
no,
the
she
thorn
didn't
bush. That's when he
into a
gets,
thorn bush, but
yeah,
not
and
into
that's
the
when she
water.
falls, and then he takes her into the water, and she's all like
Yes,
bloody.
but she didn't fall in the water. She fell on the ground, got knocked
No,
out.
when no, I'm
And then
confused.
and then you're saying the second time when
The
she follows
second
him in,
time,
she
yeah.
follows him in.
Is that what it
And
was?
then the water pulls her down, and then that's when she's like repeating something her grandpa said about give it a gift or something. And then she looks around and there's like gifts
Yeah, that's way
everywhere.
later. Yeah, when she drops the ring, that's when they're
Yeah,
drowning.
but she walked in, and then the
No,
first
yeah,
time
that's
he
way,
took
way, way,
her
way
in.
later. Yeah, that's way later. That was when they were burying his body in the water after all that shit went down. Hold on.
Sorry, I'm trying to pump gas.
Pump it.
Pump it up.
Okay, I am bookmark it. Hold on. He started too fast in the audio. She walked into the lock. Yeah, she fell from the rope because they were both cut by the blackberry bushes, kissed. The lady of the lake marries them. There you go. That's Melanie kind of broke it all down there. I was trying to find a picture of it because we know that you can. Is it in here? Hold on.
Picture of what? What are we looking at?
I was trying to show her. Here, I'm just going to send her this photo. I'm going to text it to Rebecca. There we go.
Private text. I see.
It'll be there. You can zoom in on that. But were you asking for like a picture of it in the book? Is that what you meant? Because I just sent you a photo of the box instead. Silly. Anyway. All right. Narrator ended up annoying me less than I thought she was gonna. We just talked about that. Yeah. I was like, I think that like when we just had that like weird little snippet, it was not like nice sounding per se. Maybe it was like the timing. I don't know. But she ended up not being so bad. She did a really, really, really good job, I feel like, narrating as a child.
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
I
it was unbelievable. I
I
feel like
haven't had any issues with her.
Folklore is about to play with fairy stuff. So fucking cute. Anyway, so they get married at the lake. That's why that thing was burning a fucking like rash
Well,
around her.
it's not supposed to be there.
That Saoirse, the lock witch, she was like, no, you're already married. Get that off. Anyway. Can't translate. I think the word might be God. It says it later in the book. I just don't know exactly what it. I can tell you.
Just pull it up on the Kindle and just click on it. You should be able to click on it and it'll give you definition.
No. She was just saying she was trying to define it because she was taking like the Irish course. That was all. And she wasn't able to see it because she was listening on audiobook this time.
Got you.
So she wanted to see it, and so she was trying to look at it and translate it that way. But the translation is later in the book, so you will get to that at some point. But I mean, you don't have to be patient. You just look it up, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just can't because I'm driving. That's all.
Oh, are you saying you already want to know what it means?
Are you driving, Desiree?
Yeah. Girl, watch your mouth.
It's okay.
Keep driving.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Can't wait for some people to get their just desserts, but I do feel like we are getting to the point where some bad shit's gonna go down because of the work he does, and he's gonna get in the middle of it.
So I'm not big in this world. Is that a real like thing? The brotherhood, is that like a real?
I don't know.
I didn't look that up yet. Is that like a
either
legit thing?
I'm sure it's not called that, but I'm sure there's something similar.
Well, there's always something, but I don't know if that was like an actual thing.
Like the sisterhood of the traveling pants.
Well, just like that.
You had a hard time stopping reading? Okay. I'm glad you did, though. I was trying to figure out who was not going to stop reading. Everybody knew Melanie was not going to stop reading. Melanie reads the whole book. She's like, you can't stop me.
That's because it's an afternoon read for her because she reads and reads.
But you read so much that you could just read half, and then you have more to read.
Yeah, but then she probably feels like I can't move on without knowing the ending.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I do feel that way often. It's just I do, and I also kind of feel like it was easier for me again when we were meeting weekly, because then we could talk about like, oh my god, what's to come. When you have half the book, it's definitely different.
Oh, it is a real organization from. Thank you. From 1858 to 1924. Rebecca, tell us more about the Brotherhood.
Tell us more about the Brotherhood. Oh my goodness.
I guess. I think it's a thing. Seems like it's some kind of thing. Some kind of. That wasn't in the curriculum? Is that to me? That one.
That wasn't in the curriculum.
Well, that's silly. That's history.
Does anyone have any topics of discussion they would like to bring up where we're at so far? 16 chapters in.
I do. When they're little, and from the very jump, they're calling him the devil. Mm-hmm. Why are they calling him the devil? Like, what?
The Diavol. So it does mention that briefly. When he is younger, I think it's just that when he's
Was he
with
not?
His mom died or something.
care of him. Yeah, his mom. Well, no, she dropped him off. We actually don't know what happened to his mom yet because she
Oh, that's
dropped
right. That's right. That's right.
off with Father Henry or whatever his name is, and then leaves him. So we don't actually know what happens, per se. But for whatever reason, that's what they do. But the thing is he's getting abused by Father Henry. And I think due to that, he goes to the only thing that like feels natural to him, which is kind of more animalistic.
Yeah. He's probably not. I was taking it like he wasn't being raised properly either,
And
you know?
fun of him for every little thing. His reactions are like to growl and spit at people and,
Oh, right. To not.
And so I think that was kind of why they started calling him that, was just because of how he behaved and that he wouldn't speak. But none of those people know that he was being abused by the priest, the local priest that they all think is a good person. So they don't know the horrors he's living and the reason that he is behaving the way that he is. Although it probably wouldn't fucking matter. No one would believe him anyway if he'd said anything.
So is there nothing supernatural about him then? Because
he sure seems like a fairy to me.
Because of like when he comes out of the water, right? And he's like not whole, like just the heat that comes off of him.
Oh my god, yes.
He
The
does
quote that he
say-
said right then was so good. He said because he already was 1 foot in hell.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
Wow.
Yeah, he's a product of extreme neglect and abuse. My guess is his mom had some mental health issues or something was misunderstood. That's what Rebecca says. Yeah. I mean, that's what it seems like, because there was the moment that he remembered with his mom where she was bathing him and she dropped her wine glass or something, and it cut her and she was bleeding into his tub and it scared him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just right after then that she drops him off with Father Henry and doesn't come back. So we don't know if she goes to like try and get help for herself or if she goes and gets herself killed some way. We're kind of unsure still about what kind of like went down with that. But
right. And his dad was no good, right? I don't know if we just said that or if I zoned out.
If we have any information on that.
I don't remember hearing anything about the dad.
Well, they just said that it was like he fooled around with. He was a product of the devil or something like that. He was.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We did mention like a brief thing like about his dad that way. Yeah. Probably whatever he was involved in at the time.
Interesting.
Yeah. But dang, the father figures across the board in this book are not very good. However, then you have in complete contrast her grandfather, who is.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. So we skip a generation there, but it's like across the board, you have these father, and then you got a fucking priest, another father, just like awful pieces of shit human beings. And then you think that she's going to be fine because she's living with her mom, and then her mom dies of the same thing that her grandmother died of.
Abruptly, too.
Well, her aunt maybe is going to die from it, but it isn't her aunt that dies from it.
Yeah.
It's her mom. We got the hints of her mom being sick for a long time there, and I don't know if everyone else put it together, but I was like, oh no, it's going to be her mom that's going to have it.
I didn't.
About how
and they dropped it so quickly.
Something where she was saying like that she, because of the doctor's bills or whatever, that's why it had been 2 years for them to save.
Oh, right. Yeah.
At that point, I was like, she's fucking sick and she's trying to not say anything. But I didn't necessarily think she was going to die. I just definitely thought she was sick.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Jessica says that's what her mom said. Yeah. Okay. Well, so
Melanie.
Melanie said it's good. Just keep reading, girl. Just keep reading. She was hinting that her mom was always tired even in the beginning. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say, is like her mom, she had mentioned that like from the get-go that her mom was just always tired and she didn't know why. Never had any energy for her.
How come he never tried to reach out to her? She said she tried to like figure out ways to.
Find him.
How
Yeah.
could he? He was like kept in an attic and it would
But
run
when
in
he
the
got
fucking.
out, when he's been doing
When
this.
he got out, he said he did try to kind of like
Oh, did he?
her. He did say like, you know, the internet works both ways, so I did try to look for you too.
Oh,
It
maybe I
was
missed that part.
that she that her mom had passed. He did see that.
Somehow I missed that part.
But he didn't know because she gets into it. And I don't know if you guys got to that point. She talks about what happened when she moved back in with her father. And when she moves back in with her father at 13, all of his roommates abuse her
Oh, I did not.
for the next 5 years until she moves out.
Oh.
Wasn't she recalling it
Yes.
when he was on top of her before he came in and killed him with his bone? She was recalling it.
Kind of recalling some things, yeah, but then she actually tells him about it. So right at the end, which you didn't get to, they get away from the Russian guys. They get to a house. They talk about how he's never really had a sleepover before and doesn't know what to do. And so she's like, oh, that's fine. You know, I know what we'll do. We'll set a fire, make it kind of like a camp out. And what you do at a camp out is you tell a ghost story. So she then tells her story. And that's when she explains that her, you know, she used to come visit and she met this wonderful boy. He was a prince, but then she had to go away. And her mom passes and she has to go live with her dad, who's a bad guy. And so she makes it kind of like a child's like horror story.
Like how she is, how she.
And then explains that all of his roommates had abused her and she learned to kind of go off into her own place to kind of protect herself. And she used to think of the boy from back then. And
okay, that must have been the last part of
the last part.
After 15, because I didn't finish. So I didn't reach after 16. I didn't finish 15.
Okay, so it's the last part. I think that's in 16.
Oh, okay.
The story, they kind of come closer. You know, he has been abused. He's never been touched in a kind way except for by her.
Right.
She's the only person who's ever touched him in a kind way. And so he is not comfortable with any kind of interaction that way. And due to that, he's never been close to a woman. And
right. He says that.
She doesn't really know that, but he does. And so he's like, kind of, it's almost like it hurts to be touched. And so he just keeps that out of his life right now. So he's just this like violent thing that does these like, you know, physical, you know, he gets things out his own way, but he's never been able to explore that side. So right at the end of the reading, he does get to explore a little bit of that with her. We get a little bit of the spice. So you guys didn't hit that yet. But it's like very mild spice at that point.
So
because she's respectful of him and what he's been through, she's like, look, I won't touch you. We can just lay here together. It's not a big deal. And so he's like, oh my God, no one's ever been like that for me. And it really like kind of fuels his little fire. And so they get a little dry humpy. It's great. But
so yeah, I don't really read spacey books. I don't read like Desiree's.
Oh, you're gonna get into it.
Books.
You're gonna have some.
So I'm gonna say
very different than you probably would expect them to be.
But what I'm saying is like thus far, it's all like a lot of story, you know. So I was not expecting that. I was like, okay, here we go, you know.
Yeah. Very nice burn on their relationship. Yeah. But you have children who only get to see each other like once a week every summer, if that. Until like this major gap in their lives when bad things are really happening, even worse than before. And they both kind of finally break away from that. She only gets away from it because she thinks this nice guy, this 30-year-old dirtbag, is coming to like get her away from that bad situation. And she ends up in a worse one, of course. And for him,
has to play dead mouse.
He thinks he's being saved after finally getting out of his bad situation. He's joining a brotherhood. He's with people who are going to take care of him. They don't make him talk or do anything he doesn't do, and he's good at what he does. And he's in a worse situation because now he's being thrown under the bus, and he doesn't realize that they're going to turn on him because they just need someone to take the fall. But it's like every single time they think they're getting out of a bad situation, they get into almost a worse one. And then all the good things that happen in her life, all the good people that she has, they just slowly tick off. They slowly pass. And he never has anyone but her. And then she just never shows up again. It's so devastating. Such a life that they've already had so far. A very busy first half of the book. And then and then Melanie says, buckle up, Buttercup. And Mom agrees because they both know what happens and the rest of us don't. Jessica, you said your mom read the whole thing. How do you think she felt about it? Would she want to read the follow-up book, The Devil Himself? How are you guys feeling about this so far? Would you read a follow-up book just being at the halfway point?
I'll read it.
Right, and then Mom left. Let me ask her. Yeah, you go ask Mama. She could have been on this session today. You could have just had her come sit with us and you could text with her.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mom left.
Right? Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm really enjoying it. We've got some really fun box items that come into the story. I don't see how after after reading up to this point that we could have done anything different as far as the box is concerned. We've got the magic of her finding a fairy ring.
I love the
all what cute. It is, but her grandfather says you'll know basically when you see a fairy ring, and she's digging around and she finds it, and that is a very magical moment. This author does a wonderful job of bringing you back to like the magic of childhood and all the things like feel good to pretend with. And I thought that was really great how this came in there, sweet little thing. We also are briefly mentioned our poker cards and how her mom doesn't like her to know how to play, but there's nothing else.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And the biscuits, the sweet biscuits being the thing that kind of first open up to her and feel like she's a safe person. And so she keeps bringing them and keeps bringing them and keeps bringing them to him. So fucking sweet.
It is. And so then, I guess I wasn't expecting a lot of that, the sweetness, I guess.
Right? When you think like, I'm getting into a spicy book, there's no way.
Here we go.
A lot of heart. Yeah, you can imagine kind of like where it's going to go. And it is going to go there, but it's going to be done in a different way only because this is going to have to come from like a very healing perspective.
Right.
There's some of the other perspectives that you'll get in like spicier books, but then you have these little things that I had to like think twice about too. I was like, where did the hearts come from? Oh, they were what she as a child stuck on her mom's cardboard box so she could finally bring her ashes back to
that was cute
to be with her father. That was very sweet. I was like, where were the stickers? Oh shit, that's where the stickers were. Aww. Let's see. A lot of them have deep, well-written stories. Yeah, I wasn't shit talking about like spice in general. A lot of these books, especially ones that are kind of portrayed as like dark romance, they typically are going to have a darker storyline because they are following some of the harder parts that people go through in those types of situations. And so this one is considered a dark romance. A dark mafia romance is actually what I think this one is actually like the genre for it.
Because of the brotherhood.
Yeah, because you're gonna have like the brotherhood, and I think that's kind of like the second half of the book. We only get it like right as we're like exiting like this first half of the book. So we're kind of just getting into that. But then we'll get that with the second half. But a lot of like Caitlin said, a lot of the stories do have a very deep, well-written plot because you're getting into like the whys of people's decisions when it comes to these kinds of things and how some of these morally gray characters sometimes these morally gray characters want to combat the violence with more violence to help people take control of what they've been through. And so it can be very healing for a lot of people who've been through different types of sexual assaults in their, childhood or adult years. And so I think that that's why like it's sometimes difficult to say like where the spice is going to go and how. But I mean, it's not just like I mean, I guess I don't really know because I never read them. You know, when you kind of all laugh about like the like drugstore romance books that like had like
Oh
flop
yeah.
cover. I think we all just kind of imagine some stupid like
Yeah,
story where
I
he's
do.
swooping her away. And I wasn't sure if it ever like would cut scene or if it ever like got into the scene. I'm not sure. I never read them like those, you know, because I was too young. But
you all saw them. They're all like, oh, we all knew what was going on.
yeah, I mean, you just assume what's happening when you see Fabio on a cover with his fucking like chest and his blowing hair.
Hair with a lady, like as he's like carrying her on a horse. Yeah.
I literally just talked to somebody about those books recently. Like, you remember the spicy books like in the store that our parents would pick up with Fabio on the cover? Oh yeah, that's all spice.
Wait, you say
They're
our
reading about
parents.
dicks.
You say our
They're
parents.
reading
Like
about
mom never
fucking.
picked those up though. She would walk by them and be like, "Damn, that Fabio." But
Yeah.
No,
They
but
all
you know what I'm
liked him.
saying.
They all. My mom.
covers.
Did you guys? Okay, off subject for a quick minute. But did you guys watch Tom Green? I was a Tom Green fan.
Tom Green, like the funny one.
Yeah, funny guy.
Yeah,
Because he did a segment with Fabio once. It was so funny, and like he went on on the back of Fabio's motorcycle with him.
Shut up. That sounds like something Tom Green would do.
Oh, I love. Yeah, here. While we talk, I'm gonna look for this.
Oh my god, that's great.
Jessica, this is not the first book that you have read that is romance. You read No Trespassing. We've had some other ones. Romance.
See,
this one is like
no,
the
I
first
think
dark romance.
I thought Jessica said she missed that one.
She didn't get the box. She read that was her first book reading with us. She didn't get the
okay.
box.
You
though.
read it, but you didn't get the box.
Yeah.
You crazy person. Do you want to take those?
See, I think that No Trespassing messed it up for me. That's why I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into?
Is they fucked in a cave? Why did it mess it up for you?
They did.
Just the way it was written.
Hold up. They've only got.
I don't know.
They've only got 68 carbs.
I'm tickled.
Per package. Okay, per biscuit is only 8. Bro, you can have a. He said only. You can have.
She didn't. Oh,
have a biscuit.
okay,
have a
she
cream.
didn't pick them up.
Have a tasty
you
cream.
were there. She didn't pick them up while you were there. What? Oh.
Well, you saying our
Melanie
mom
said-
didn't get them while we were there because.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, she doesn't read it. She actually didn't read No Trespassing because I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have my mom read this fucking book. But
no, this is the
she'd
first
already
one that
said
she's
that
like
she
read
wouldn't
for us.
read.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And she doesn't want to read all that, but also it's not like it's the kind of stuff she's into. I mean, she's
Listen, she needs to read about fucking and sci-fi, okay? She needs to be in space fucking, okay? Somebody needs to send her
likes sci-fi and
fantasy.
fantasy. She likes sci-fi fantasy. So if
Stargate made a fucking dirty book, she would read that.
There is one.
Dominique, tell her the name of it.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is because all I know is Houston was in Iraq. And they had a bunch of books out there, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, there's this like crazy set of books that takes place Stargate, and from this day, he's like try to figure out what the names were again, and then I tried, but there is something.
Tell me what it's about. Text it to me, like whatever he remembers. I will put it in one of my groups. I guarantee you.
It was just it was spacey stuff with.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here, I found the video. I don't know if we're allowed to show it.
This is the video of Fabio and Green.
Yeah.
Tom Green, yeah. He was quite funny for a minute there. Sometimes he would get like stupid.
Wasn't he married to Drew Barrymore?
He was for a minute.
Oh, okay. Just one.
Look, someone.
That's that is literally the only reason I know his name. I don't know his name for any other reason.
Do you remember what was the movie? Daddy, would you like some sausage? No, that's all I think of. Like, that's the like number one thing that comes to me every time someone mentions Tom Green. Daddy, would you like some sausage? And he's like,
Maybe
playing
with
the-
no
stupid.
volume. Maybe it'd be okay.
Maybe. Oh, you could just show us the scene. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, he's like popping wheelies and shit. Got his hair blowing. He's wearing no shirt.
Yeah, well, because he in the beginning of that episode, he takes off his shirt, then Tom Green takes off his shirt. It was funny. If you like
I'm
that
sure
humor.
it was funny. Poor Tom Green got to take off his shirt next to Fabio, who
No, he did
probably
not. He
never
wanted
looked
to.
like shit a day in his life, but you know. Anyway, more power to him. I mean, he was keeping women happy for many, many, many years just by reading with their eyeballs.
Yeah.
This was before audiobooks, ladies. Just saying.
The cover dude. And then he sold butter. Or
And
fake butter.
now we've got this Diaval
This
on our
fellow.
covers. And I'm over here all like, hey,
Did you really?
who was the cover actor? Who was the cover artist? I kind of want to see what his hair looks like. I don't know why it's bothering me that we can't see his hair at all. It's like driving me nuts. I'm like, is it still shaved in this photo? Or
Wait, Houston, real quick. There's a space series book that had a little romance that you read before. He's looking at me weird.
Don't
Houston,
act
yes?
like we didn't all
Look at
hear
me.
about it, okay? Don't be
Eyes. Was there a book in Iraq? There's a series. You were in Iraq?
You said, yeah, I was there.
What do you remember anything about that series? It was a sci-fi thing. Any detail?
The only detail I remember is
Oh my god. I love
It
when you
had
got
tail?
to
What do you mean
remember.
tail? The tail.
He had a
All
dick
he
for a
remembers is
tail.
it says it has the tail.
Tail for a dick.
the whole premise of the book was so you have the head.
We're all about to ask Chat GPT.
He's got to get closer to you.
Get a little closer. Because we're just talking about books. We're a book club.
Brady, it might be AI. Okay, if it was
Please come here.
AI, then this poor guy wouldn't have had. to put
So
in
there's a tail, you said?
They had him put in contacts. With
What? Because somebody was asking if there was a book out there that was kind of like Battlestar Galactica, and I was like, Houston knows
Stargate.
one.
Yeah.
Stargate.
Or Stargate. I understand you don't know the name of it, but if you give us some information, then maybe we can find it.
I said it backwards, Caitlin.
A
It was
space
a
book.
series.
Space travel and ships, and there was the head, which is normally on a ship, which is the bathroom, and then the whole premise, not the whole premise, but one of the underlying themes of the book was that the men on the ship perform better with the more sex that they have.
Ice Planet Barbarians.
And so the ship had a room called the Tail,
Oh.
which is
Okay, I got a list.
Oh, wait here.
Listen, my
Sorry.
fucking
The
sound
Prinarch-
went completely out. I heard none
Wait,
of
wait
it.
here. Tosh has a list.
Okay, we have the
I-
Krynar
He
Chronicles.
couldn't. He Krynar
Chronicles.
He would absolutely have no idea what the name would be.
Ice Planet Barbarians.
Ice Planet Barbarians.
Oh, I meant to get that one.
It was a series.
It was a series. Yes, it was a series.
Yeah, I looked up series. The Consortium Rebellion.
Consortium. Well, so we would know it has a tail. It's called the tail.
Sky Warriors.
Sky Warriors. Does that sound right? He's like, I don't know. So the tail of the ship, or it's called the tail. That's where it was like the brothel for them to do the deeds because it helped them perform better in battle. So there would be a
Dominique, tell me really fast. It's called. Hold on. I need
Tail, like
Title
T-A-I-L or T-A-L-E.
that has
probably like TAIL, like whipping
Okay, there's
tail.
the Void Captain's Tail.
No. Oh, so the tail is where they did the deed.
In a tail?
No, like because they had the head of the ship is the bathroom, or when you have the head, they call it the bathroom. They call the bathroom the head. So they had a place called, I guess, the Tail, where they did like the brothel was called the Tail. He ran away. He won't give me any more information. He's embarrassed now.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He's like, how could you do this to me on live? There are a few science fiction book series that feature some space travel and brothels aboard. Here are some notable examples.
But are the brothels called a Tail? The Tail.
Tail and Claw series.
Maybe that's it.
Tales of the Velvet Comet.
She's giggling. I like Rebecca's.
Tail and Claw series by Nancy Cummings. Could her last name be better? Houston has had enough of our nonsense. Thank you. Sometimes you just know. Doesn't want to be on the live. No, Houston loves attention, but he doesn't want this attention.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Just talk about music and he's here, even if you don't want him to be.
Any music.
Any
music.
Yeah. The Velvet Comet, right? Oh my god. All right. SpaceX books for deployed personnel. Listen. They're alone for a very long time.
Well, so what is because people get sent stuff and it just stays there. Nobody brings it home. So there was like just a library of random stuff.
Oh, so it's like a little free library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also, share videos. They share dirty books. They also share dirty videos. There's probably like one fucking external hard drive that everybody transfers.
They share more than that, I've heard.
I know they do. That's what I'm saying. I'm alluding to the fact that I know things.
Maybe. Okay.
They share physical items.
Pockets.
That get sandy.
I don't even.
Not just like a
he didn't.
Pocket,
at least
he
could have lied to me. I believe he didn't. He told me he didn't.
Okay.
So I'm going to believe he didn't.
It's wild to know how close women can be. And yet we don't share those things.
Mm.
We do not
Listen, maybe they were just really dick-sprite. Like desperate, but dick-sprite. And so
okay, there we go.
So that's where the sharing started happening. Sharing is caring. You guys all have been taught this.
But people knew when they used it because of the sand and whoever used it there, it would be like scraped up.
Oh.
Wow. It's all greedy and they're all
they're still like maybe yeah.
Oh, you don't have any like water bottles? You can't like give it a rinse and a
Well,
shake?
no, because think like so Houston took this is like old school
everything
iPod.
comes home with sand
Discovery store and gotten one of those little like thingies that you can't hold.
You can't. There's some things you just can't take the sand out of.
Because then you can just rinse that fucker and keep it.
The never-ending fucking.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you just grab it and it falls away from you, and then you just keep grabbing it, and then you can just like rinse it out. Like honestly, I don't even understand how that was like.
There's dirty people out there. Come on, we know that.
Videos
not fun dirty, like dirty.
Participant does not mean it did not go down around you, and you just did not know. But I can't say women would never. I just don't feel like on a large scale.
Women would never.
I don't feel like on a large scale like that, women really would. We're just a little different. We're a little different.
Well, not all of them did. Not all. I would say I know not all of them did that, but I knew some.
Some
he
people
knew
have
some
moral
did.
compass.
No, women do. We share books.
have
We're like, hey, I got a book. You want to read it? I'm not going to give you anything that'll go with it, but I'm going to give you the book, and I think you can figure out what to do.
Well, if you give something to go with it, it's going to be new, unused.
I would hope.
Yeah, it would be like a gift. Saw this, thought of you. Not saw this in my drawer and thought you could borrow it and give it back.
Hold on, if I saw it in my drawer and I bought you a replica.
That's not the same. No, that's not the same.
That's why I said new, unused.
I would like you to return this when you've completed said book. Like what?
Oh God.
It's like sisterhood.
This travels with the book.
You guys. I mean, first of all, it's like a brilliant idea, but like, ew.
Nope.
Is there
Don't
like an
catch me
Etsy
doing
for
that.
this? Is there like an Etsy for this where you like?
No, but we could start one.
It's like for used books.
You know.
I don't think that's sanitary, and we're gonna have lawsuits when everybody comes
No,
back with the
there's
No,
a.
we'll like send it back.
Okay,
to
I'm getting like no. There's a, what do you call it? Like a market for everybody, right? Or there's I'm sure there's a market for that.
for used toys or wanting
Well,
to
no,
use a toy
not
that
no.
somebody
Think of
else
it.
already
Think of
used.
this. Not no. It's not necessarily about it being used, or not necessarily about being borrowed. It's about you being able to talk about the book, and you know, people like to share and discuss things. I'm sure there's
traveling dill.
I'm sure there's somebody or people out there that would
And
be
if
for
not,
that.
just made some bitches super fucking rich.
We did.
Listen, coin it. I'm sorry. I'm about to get this bitch patented.
We have a timestamp.
Thank you. 121. Yeah. Anyway.
So if you guys see that ever out there,
listen, you can stay past, but it's like, how many puzzles do you really want to buy when you just borrow a puzzle from someone as long as all the pieces are there?
a couple can be missing.
Like, I mean, no, I want all my puzzle pieces there.
All of them.
But I also do want it to look used.
Like, how do you
So
check
if
quality?
someone-
Is it similar to like when you could rent a dress on Etsy? Like how you could just like, oh, I'm having a maternity shoot, I'm gonna rent a dress, right? But so what happens is it has to go back to the original person because they have to get the shit dry clean before they can resend it out. So
yeah, so you
who
send
has
it back
to do
for
that?
dry cleaning.
No, hold on. Who has to do that fucking quality check? And that shit comes back rank as fuck.
I'm sure there's some. I'm sure there's some guy out there. I'm sure there's some guy out there that would gladly do that.
Someone would love
just
to do that.
hire some dude,
checking it as it's returned happily and enjoying the moment it is returned out of box.
You know those people that like to that will buy the used.
Charge someone ahead of time for the return shipping, and you send it with like a box and a label, so it could be returned after, you know, like a month. You know, like when you check out a book and you check out a nook. I don't know what to call it. But anyway, then you have to send it back, and then it's, you know, maybe you have a deposit so that if you ruin it, you don't get your money back.
You just find the guys who are buying farts in a jar from women and then hire them to be the cleaners.
It's Houston's friends, isn't it?
They would not clean it. They would probably send it back even dirtier. Yeah. Pass. Great idea. Gross sex.
It's obviously not for us, but we know there's
1-to-1. Ma, what does that mean? Ma, what does that mean?
She said, but so I love it when our mom texts us on the side some shit, because she's not gonna say her ideas here, but she wants us to know her ideas or to tell everyone her ideas as if they're our ideas. Listen,
Well, one toy to one person travel.
This is how books are written,
you borrow
Rebecca.
A book, Ma. You borrow a book, but like the new toy goes with it, and then somebody returns the book, and you send a new toy with it. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that's cleaner.
Okay,
but they were touching that book while they were touching the other thing. I'm sorry. There, you know, I don't have major
pages and stuff together.
It's the idea in my brain. No.
Desiree's in there laminating all the fucking book pages just in case they get like sticky.
just those pages, so you could, and that way you can even find those pages even easier. You're like,
otherwise you have to be like this, where you have to like, we gotta like between the pages.
Just hear that, like.
I feel like this is a Novel Bitches After Dark continued conversation. Oh my god.
I feel like, yeah, this doesn't need to be part of our actual conversation, but
here we are, Rebecca.
Doing our best. Doing our best.
This is the conversation that happens on retreat.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know. I'm just
She
Just
said,
kidding.
Y'all have a bunch of buzzy things happening at retreat. I got
listen.
questions because that's a bunk room, bitch.
He said one book with one toy that travels. Okay.
One toy?
He's crying at this.
Oh, she doesn't like the idea. She's repeating what we're saying and saying like
What you're
like
saying.
is grossed out by. I
Do you
can't.
not remember when we all saw that Dusty Rose?
Yeah, the one in the thrift store.
At Goodwill, yeah.
Goodwill, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it probably was never used. It probably was like a decoration that someone did
No,
not
didn't
that shit was
know.
used. That looked
Could be.
used. That didn't look like just dust. That was dust cut
Nah.
on to something sticky. Okay.
Anyway, all right, you guys. What do we think about this hottie here? What do we think
It's
about
not what
it?
I pictured in the story. Like, and obviously I've seen the cover like plenty, but it's just not who I pictured in the story.
Well,
What
you're
did you
picturing
picture?
it almost up until right at the end.
What did you
Maybe I'm
picture?
picturing just
Oh.
like obviously I'm picturing a younger little boy and then like a teenager and then he only just came in as an adult like at what 2021 or some
22,
shit right at
and
the
so
end.
he's
So I
like,
don't think I had much time because I was just trying to hurry and like
let's
get through the
picture
reading
him.
really fast. So maybe, but I like it so far.
I feel like you gave me no information right now.
See,
Right.
Caitlin said the same thing. She said it's not who I pictured. Caitlin, so I bet maybe
Meaning,
we're gonna
like-
picture
like-
the same person. So send
The
us a
problem
name.
is that you guys are probably still picturing someone who maybe has dark curly locks that haven't been
Wait,
Maybe
so
that's
is it-
what it is. Yeah.
Wait, so is the guy on the cover not matching who you're reading or who is on? I guess it.
He even mentions
Just
him
in my
having
head.
some scruff. So it's not like that's not possible. Also, this guy, they had to give him contacts.
This is like after the Brotherhood got to him.
Yeah, and this is post Brotherhood. He's got some.
No, yes, I just
tattoos.
don't think that I had enough time yet to picture him as an adult because I'm still thinking of him as a younger kid. I'm thinking about his long,
You know,
pretty
the more I
locks.
look at him, the more
But
like
how do you think about his long locks? They got ripped off his head.
The more I
I
look
know,
at
but
him,
for me, it wasn't that long ago.
and she describes him as a fairy, and she keeps saying like he's not real. He was a fairy, and she
He looks like I could with those eyes. I could understand fairy.
like features of his face. Like just look at those fairy lips. I'm just
Those,
like,
yeah, they're fairy like.
that fairy nose.
See, my mom, Inara and my mom have like gray eyes.
Yes,
Like
they're so light, but they got someone that they had to put contacts in, so that didn't work.
Yeah, they're not that.
That's a fairy ear. I'm just saying that's a fairy ear right there.
Oh, it is a little,
Almost a little pointy.
yeah, lightly.
Just saying. She said, eh. But you guys are probably still, because we just found him as an adult, so you're probably still picturing this like.
Well,
sad,
I'm 2
skinny
chapters
boy.
short, so I don't picture him.
Yeah,
yet.
you don't even have him.
So
as
it's
an
got to
adult.
be
So
what
you're
it
just
is.
picturing some fat, skinny boy who just got all of his fucking hair shaved off, and you probably are still thinking of him as having long, dark hair.
That poor scene, like where he had like one chunk of hair left. Like,
Yes, it
I was
so
picturing this
sad.
poor little kid, like just looking so
sad and disheveled, and she's like, "Let
yeah.
me help you," and just being sweet because she still doesn't even understand how bad life
Yeah.
is. This is
Well, she thought
pre-
it was her fault.
She
thought that he
did.
cut his hair off, not that it was the fucking priest man.
because that's what she did to her mom. Her mom was like, "You're never, yeah."
so bad that he had to cut it
So
off,
sad.
and so she felt so bad. But this is prior to her having horrible childhood experiences.
Yeah.
This is when she still gets to be sweet and innocent and doesn't understand what he's going through based on how he shows up to her every time. And she then later in the book finally is like, oh my God, how did I not see it?
Yeah.
How did I not question it? How did I not say something? It is so fucking hard, especially when you have a childhood that like makes it easier for you to not see those things, for you to still have like the magic and, you know, precious time and beautiful moments, and they're not tarnished by like what you are afraid of or what you're trying to get away from or anything like that. It's just it's in such contrast, like their two moments together where he's like, she's everything, she's the only thing that's ever been kind and sweet, and she's over here thinking that like she's fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, you're amazing as you are and so kind. And oh my goodness. I loved their relationship.
Yeah.
I love that she was able to be there for him and to kind of give him those few moments that he looked forward to every year, because I think that in those kinds of situations which are not completely unrealistic, at least there was something that he could think of that he could have, that he could hold on to, and even she did too, even though she didn't realize how much it meant to him, or what it was that he was trying to get away from. Ugh. They did have a great relationship. It did give him hope, and hope is such a rough thing. I think they mentioned that at some point in the book too. There was some quote about hope. But anyway, what are we hoping to see in the second half of the book?
Well, they're obviously married. So them going to live
We are
in the
hoping to
cabin that he
see
put
some
together.
marital acts.
The cabin's gone. Isn't it
Everybody's
gone?
hoping to see some marital acts.
No, but he could fix it.
I'll make a new cabin.
Exactly. He said that
Or
his
they're
stuff was
adults
still
who
there,
don't
though.
have to hump in the middle of a forest in a rock wall. Desiree's like, okay, but that's half the books I read. Bring it back.
I mean, it's not, because I barely read any books this year, but
I don't mean reading currently. I mean read. Like half the books read.
I don't know if it's
There's always those like, hey, they're bring back the forest scenes. Everybody's
I like that. What Kellen said. Yes, that's what I want.
I want them to go run the sheep farm. Okay.
No.
So right now they had to run all
yeah.
of that, and he's like, I'm kidnapping her. She doesn't realize it, but that's basically what I'm having to do. And obviously we can't go back there. And then for a split second, he's like, you need to go back. You have this like one chance to like say that you witnessed something and they fucking kidnapped your fiance and now he's gone. You have this one opportunity. And she's like, no, fuck that. I would give all that up just to not leave your side. Are they going to get to go back to the sheep farm? Like,
I think they will, because I think the lady of the lake, whatever, she's gonna make that body disappear.
I mean, yes, but we got to get through the first.
The lady of the lake can make the body disappear. That doesn't make them not suspects still.
No, they're
definitely. Yeah, but no body, no evidence. You can't convict somebody on no evidence.
Well, I don't know what the law is out there.
Hey, did she put that in
like the fucking middle of nowhere?
Did she put that shit in the playlist? Hold it.
What?
No Body, No Crime. It's a Taylor Swift song. She's got a few of them in here. I was just wondering if she put that in the
song. That's a funny song.
No Body,
No Crime. Is it really?
Yeah, it is a song, but it's not in the playlist I see right now. Oh, there's some years. Oh my god, she has Buzzcut Season by Lorde. That's sad.
Oh, right.
I don't think I've heard that.
I haven't heard of it.
I've never heard the song. I was like, title name.
The hair we were just talking about.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. No, No Body, No Crime is not in here, but that would have been a good opportunity.
Shouldn't know about that song maybe.
Maybe not when she wrote it. Yeah.
Maybe her book is a little darker than Taylor Swift.
She has like 10 Taylor Swift songs in here.
Just drink up, Desiree. Drink up.
Yeah, nice try.
I'm trying.
Right where you
this is like all I'm on like my second half of my water.
Willow. No, she likes her some Tay Swizzle. She really does. Renegade. What else we got in here? Oh, 7.
I'll go listen to it, but I might.
Hey, there's some like a Justin Bieber in here. So she ran the whole. She got a whole mix. We got Cardigan. That's Taylor Swift. We've got fucking Violet by Hole. That's further down the list.
We got a whole. My book is in the other room, but I'm very curious now.
By Ray LaMontagne, and I'm pretty sure that was mentioned in another book that we read with this book club many moons ago, because I added it to the playlist, a playlist for last year. It might have even been January or February of last year when we were doing the.
You were good at that.
playlists. Pretty sure. Ooh, a little Vance Joy. Paper kites. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit in here. But anyways, I love a good playlist. All right. I want them to go run the sheep farm. Yeah, that would be ideal. That's what I would
As
like.
smart as smart.
Yeah. And Mom and Melanie are keeping their lips zipped right now.
The lip zipped.
Their lips zipped. It's like hard to like say that, so I just went lip zipped.
Trying to get my I'm trying to get my phone to connect to the little stand that I have for my stereo, but like it's not working. Oh,
What was your favorite part of their childhood together? Was there like a special moment that you just felt like personally more connected to than others? Like a moment or a gift or my favorite, I'll just say so you guys can think about it. I'll say what my favorite was when she said, okay, we need to protect ourselves from the witch. And she's like, I'm going to go get all the ingredients and you need to get us a cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I have no fucking clue what I'm going to do. And he takes off his little shoe. And this kid who has absolutely nothing takes off his shoe and he runs back down to the scary lake and he fills it up with water just so she can make her potions, just to make her happy. Oh. That boy was a fucking fairy. Yeah. That boy was the sweetest thing that I've ever read. I was like,
no, and that's what I mean. Like when I read just everything all together, like reading this, like there was a lot of sweetness and innocence there amongst all the, terrible in their life. They still were able to tap into that innocence.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. And Jessica's mom's not giving it away. Good for your mama. I love that because our mama doesn't either. We'll be like, no, give us a spoiler. And she'll be like, it's not going to happen. Not even kidding. Because, we have to ask. We're sometimes trying to
give no,
give us a little spoiler. And she's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want to see the moment when it kicks in for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like when you realize that these cute little heart stickers went on her mama's fucking ashes. Okay, bitch.
Because I'm like, heart stickers. Okay, we could do heart stickers.
Heart stickers. That's great. Right? We're like, okay, yeah, heart stickers. That's great. And then Mom mentioned it, and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, you're right. That's what that was from.
That did have to be in there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It did. That was a very sweet moment. Very sweet moment. So any specific moments that like stood out from their childhood together? That one was my favorite of all of them. I thought that was just the sweetest like little moment where he got to just be a kid for a second.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what he just loved, like waited for her. Like there's the moment where like it broke my heart where he explained how he just would like wait. There was that one time where he waited for her, she didn't show up. Was that it?
Yeah, every summer.
For 2 years.
That broke my heart. It's just because you can tell he was just waiting for that moment of to be an innocent child along with her, and
he looks forward to it like all year long, and then she doesn't show up, and then he got like mad at her. And she felt so bad. And then he had to feel worse when he found out that the reason that they couldn't come was because that her mom couldn't afford it at the time and that she really tried and wanted to be there and thought of it all the time. And he was like, oh man, I'm an ass, like that's so tough for a kid who's just like, you got one good in your life and it's all you look forward to. And there's almost like a clockwork timestamp on it. Like you can just get through the year, through the year to this moment. And then the moment can't come. Like that would be so rough. That would be rough. That's a tough one.
I think my favorite part of the reading that I did was when he came up and he definitely killed the
his eyes are bulging out.
He was still very excited about what was happening
When
until
it looked
he
like
no
this,
longer
that he
was.
was being strangled when it was pointing at her face.
Mm.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part.
That's like caught in the act. Like before any major shit could go down, like he fucking like bashed her into the cabinets and the floor, and I was like, oh, fuck, here we come. I was literally in that moment reading. I was like, I almost feel bad making everyone else read this. Almost feel bad because I didn't know where it was gonna go. I was like, how bad is this?
Like how long is this gonna go on for?
What's into this? And I was like, and how much am I going to be putting our readers through by like, this is what I chose.
How worse does it get? Yeah.
That. And then he gets fucking yanked up and she's like, hold up. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Oh man. But then you got to see his dick during it. Okay. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. It was out, but all right.
That's what you get. And you didn't get a finish.
You
didn't get a finish.
He didn't even get to start. He just got excited about the prospect of it. Look, fucking dirtbag. Oh, so glad he was gone. So glad. And she didn't even feel bad. She was like, no, I'm good. My fairy just saved me. Because we're married. Very married.
Very married.
Kind of want like cute little freckles on my ring finger.
Right?
Right? I wish I'd done that in the boxes. I feel bad that I forgot. Mom was like,
we could just use our henna.
Oh my god, I literally have it right here. I could do it.
You could do it.
I could do it.
You can do it.
Can do it.
Dude, I don't know if it's Eli's girlfriend's car that pulled up behind my car and then just sort of rolled forward, probably because she realized that my car was on, but just sitting like in front of my mailbox.
Well, now she's just creeping. Damn.
I don't know. I don't know if like Eli is with her or if he's like waiting for her.
He's like, oh shit, that's my mom. Back up, back up.
Or she's waiting for you to exit your car.
Well, no, I knew that she was coming to the house.
She's like, oh, the mom's in the car. Maybe she's like.
She's on this live right now watching. Where you at, Maddie?
I'm a little henner right here. Let's see.
Oh, she could do it.
I said I had it.
I know you had it, but I didn't know there we go. Now you gotta do it to CJ.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's gonna burn. You need a rash.
Do I need to go poke it in with a fucking blackberry thorn?
Yeah, maybe. Any kind of thorn. Get it in there.
And stab it in. And I'm like, what the hell, Tasha?
Say fairy Mary. Marry me, fairy boy.
Yeah, we're blackberry married.
Oh my god, I would like for each of you to go tell your husbands that and then see what he says.
See what he says about what? We're blackberry married?
Houston, will you fairy marry me? Right now?
Oh, Eli is there with his girlfriend.
Oh, they're making out.
Them.
I want you to fairy marry me right now.
You should be like, get your dick out of her.
He did this.
Hi, Eli.
He did this. We're fairy married. No, we gotta get 3 dots together right now.
Was that what they look like? Just in a line? Like fucking Orion's belt? Can't see. Oh, you're on a...
Is it there?
Forward. Go forward.
Yeah, closer.
Much closer.
It's his...
I see it now.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so he's got Orion's belt on there.
Houston, fairy marry me.
Houston. You gotta cut open your hand and get into a lake.
We need to go get blackberry bushes. We could get blackberry bushes up at the cabin. I'll make CJ do that.
He doesn't need a blackberry bush. Just grab something and cut it open.
Get a thorn.
But you want it to be a thorn.
Ooh, see,
Houston,
right?
Houston just is doing his hand. No, you can't wave your hand.
They had the cut on the palms and they went like this and then...
Boom.
We don't have a blood oath either, Houston.
Houston!
You know that you're connected in every fucking layer of life.
Houston, why are we not blood oath loved together?
I can't hear you.
I'm sure there's been a blood oath.
He's working
Wrong
on
blood
it. He
oath.
said.
It's not his blood. It's just hers.
Come here.
It's not the same.
I'll cut us.
She said, "Come here, I'll cut us."
He's staying far away from me right now.
Oh my god.
I gotta sneeze. I gotta sneeze. Hold on.
He's not gonna come near me right now.
Excuse me.
I'm not feeling loved.
Excuse me.
Huh?
Okay. If you
I need your blood.
I need your blood.
From
Okay.
your palm.
He started walking. He's like, "What do you need from me?" I said, he turned around. He's like, he said, "No." Turned around and
Little
walked away.
blood never hurt anyone.
Okay, then another beverage. Then.
Another beverage.
Go find your Walmart box. Go see if it's
Oh wait,
here.
is there a Walmart box?
Watch it not even be a Walmart box. That would be disappointing.
Is there a box? Did it come today?
It says Domo. It said it did. Let me check.
Did the box come for me today? No, but did one arrive today?
Let me look. Let me look.
Can you? Does one say? Well, they all say Domo on it.
Is that how you have it in your
It might be from FedEx. I'm not sure it actually came today. It was supposed to. I'm trying to open this.
Is there no box out there right now?
like a Walmart box?
A Walmart box? Very shit. No, he's saying because Desiree got me.
It's in person. It says it's out for delivery.
Oh,
So
it
it's still
didn't. It didn't
coming.
arrive yet.
She literally said this yesterday.
Yeah, I bought it last night.
All right, let's see. Can I wear my ring and my fairy ring?
Will it show simultaneously?
Yeah, well, she tried to put it behind.
Oh, cute.
There you go.
Yeah, I was able to like put it behind that area. I don't want it to like be up against it and knock it off, but I'll show y'all. Show y'all later. Show y'all later.
Yeah, he's not about my antics right now. He's like, it's not Mother's Day. Houston?
Dominique, did you find yourself very connected to this book, considering you and Houston have been in love since you were children?
Not that young, though. Not that cutely in love.
Not that cute, but come on.
Yeah, I did. So talk about the hair, her playing with his hair. There. I feel so bad for him. He was over once because he had like really curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I'm like, oh, can I straighten your hair? Like, let's just see what it looked like, right? And so this is like cheap straightener days, right?
Yeah, it would just make it frizzy instead of like.
So I started straightening it, but was taking like just I got like that much area. It took forever. I was like, I'm done. So I'm like, I'm sure if we just like wet it, it will go back.
It does not. You have to like full shampoo.
So
Back in the day,
his whole head had like the curly cues, and then like this little chunk right here was just like straight.
He's looking like what's his name from the fucking Rugrats? What was the one with like the 3 straight hairs? Do you remember?
Oh, who was that?
Rugrats?
No, that was a doll. Is that Cynthia? The doll?
Cynthia.
So I'm like, because he walked everywhere, so he's walking home with like this, and then he like calls me. He's like, it's not going away with water.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna need a full shower. Like, you need a perm at this point.
But he couldn't.
Oh my god, Cynthia.
He didn't have access to a shower regularly.
What was Cynthia from?
Cynthia was from the Rugrats. It was the doll.
Oh my God,
it was Angelica's doll.
Might be in there, yeah.
Thank goodness I had some part of it right.
But yeah, no, that was, yeah. So I mean, we had a lot of innocent moments. So that was, yeah. Maybe that's why I appreciate this more than I anticipated.
There's a lot of cute moments, yeah.
Yeah.
And well, not all of us found our forever person when we were just kids ourselves. So I was just kind of wondering if you like kind of
Dominique did.
that part. Yeah, that's
That's
why
what
I
she
was
was
asking.
saying.
How did you feel about that connection? Because that was something that she got to have quite young.
Yeah. No, and that was what we did. We would like that was like the first thing we did. He came over, and then I was like, "You want to come over? I don't know what to do." And I was like, "I have Candyland. We could play Candyland." That was the
Right?
first thing we ever
Like
did together. I was like, "Fine, here. I don't know what to do. Let me bust out Candyland." And he stayed, and he was like, "Okay, I'll play Candyland with you." That's what we did. So yeah, now that you're saying that, like I'm picturing our like me messing with his hair.
just the cute little things that your childhood had
Yeah.
to do. Yeah.
Well,
When you
well,
still
yeah.
like
I'm thinking if she's playing barbershop and I was messing with his hair, we were playing like fun, innocent games to
that's cute.
pass the time.
Magical little moments when you're a kid before like all the crazy life stuff really kicks in. But he had it rough, you've mentioned. So that's kind of not too far off from our major character here. I mean, he's got it like very different, but you know.
He did have an escape.
Yeah, he did get to have an escape with you. So it's so funny when I was reading this, I was like, I know that like his life was not like this, but you know, everybody gets to have like a decent childhood. So
yeah,
sometimes a person can be an escape, even that young. So
yeah.
Well, now that we've hit on all the mean things, anything we're looking forward to besides them exploring their marriage, their fairy theory,
consummating the marriage? Is that
consummating it? Yeah, they got to dry hump a little, but that was it. You'll see when you guys finish the chapters. You'll see.
Well,
That's
we'll
it.
just finish the rest of the book.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, that's
the chapter
so
before
annoying.
you
You guys stopped before all of us had to stop too. So you didn't even hit the part where you're like, "Fuck, I have to keep going."
Oh, I see. Yeah,
guys
Rebecca.
right before the
They
point
got a
where
little
like,
edging. We didn't get there.
you did not get any edging. The rest of us have been edged to the seat.
Oh,
And that's fine. So I'm
so
good to go.
who's gonna read tonight?
Oh, it's perfect. Okay, I really hope they get a happy ending in both ways. Oh, there's gonna be several. There's gonna be a lot of happy endings. I'm pretty sure that like it continues in the next chapter because it ends with like just a little dry humping and he has not fully enjoyed it yet. He's just excited by it. We get a little vision of the tip.
Oh.
You guys, when you read it, I was fucking dying. He mentions just the tip is visible. Oh, I fucking died. I was like, wow, that's such a random, like, little fucking thing to say. Like, he's what?
That just reminded me. I don't know if it was over the weekend or when it was. I was watching some sort of meme situation about Justin Timberlake at a fucking concert recently
With the
with the fucking straps on his legs, like a harness.
yeah.
But the way that it fucking pulled up and made it look like he has something like this.
Yeah. He commented about it. He tried to like make a comment.
Did he?
Didn't he?
I didn't see that.
Let me look it up.
All I saw was the comments about it. I had to click the video, then I was cackling, and then everybody's talking about, oh, poor Jessica Biel.
What did I miss?
Dang.
That was a while ago.
I want
saw
to
it within the last week.
From the Brotherhood, try to mess with her and him take them out. Okay, that was definitely going to happen. What I am concerned with, because you remember when he says, he's like, I don't want them to find her because if they do, she's going to be put into sex trafficking. I'm like, all of the dark romance books go there because it is such a hard topic and it is so prevalent in the real world, not just in our reading world, that like when they touch on it, it's not just a touch. Like it is rough. And so he mentions that he's afraid that if something happens and they get to her, that that's what's going to happen. And I'm like, oh man, she's already been there. Like she's already been in that life. She's already had that fucking shit happen with her dad's friends as a kid. Like she doesn't fucking need any more of that shit. I can see like how there would have that like appeal in the storyline where like he gets to save her from it this time, but like I hope that like he saves her in time, in the nick of time. I don't know, because I just don't feel like it always needs to go back to that. But anyway, that was a while ago. In the next concert, he wore a tunic situation, so no one can make fun of his little wee.
I
Oh
just
my
saw
God.
the video recently and I was cackling.
Okay,
So
so
I
he's
don't know
a
what it
grower, not a
was.
shower. Is that what they say? A grower, not a shower.
Yeah.
Or it's not at all.
A grower means just making babies, right?
No,
Like,
a
that's
grower
what they
means that
do.
it's going to be bigger. It grows. It's
No,
where your
everybody.
length is going to show.
Here,
Tosh,
Tosh.
your luck.
I think everybody. That's like a given. That's a given.
Maybe he was nervous.
It was cold, but like also,
He's on stage. He's not cold. He's working. It's very hot. He's doing lots of things. No.
He's sweaty.
is that what that means? Because I literally always thought that when people said it was a grower, not a shower, it's because he was just meant to grow babies, like make babies.
No, it was literally the difference of people.
Is that what you always? Is that what you really think now? Thought like even 5 minutes
don't
ago?
know. I guess that's what I always
she's
thought.
saying.
That's what I'm saying. Is
A
like
grower
okay, so
means
a
that's when
grower.
they show their length.
Like it
Okay,
extends.
It obviously extends anyway when they.
No,
get-
but some don't extend as further as others.
Okay, but no matter what, it is always going to be slightly bigger when you get it.
No, slightly. Some are slightly. Some are more than slightly.
Oh, yeah.
Grower versus shower means that you only going to see
thought
it in the
literally
growth.
meant they were just meant to make babies, and it was not big. And it's never going to be big.
I see what you
I'm
mean.
so surprised at this. I'm so surprised at this.
Right. So she always has to turn it into some like innocent.
No, I'm just surprised. What? Me?
Like no,
What?
and I'm not wrong though. My thinking was like light years beyond, where it's like, okay, obviously when they get excited, it's going to be slightly bigger. But what you're saying at the end of this is basically they're just meant to make baby and not to actually show it off. They're not.
I totally like it makes sense both ways.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Okay,
not
so
the
my
universal
understanding was just not universal. It was I'm thinking too far into it. Well,
I think you're
shocker,
not thinking
ADHD.
far enough.
No, I thought way too far into it. That's the problem. I thought so far into it that it was way back there, and up in the future they got a baby, but like no one enjoyed it.
Oh,
Okay, I also want to
this
see
is
her
adorable.
him from someone. Dude, she already did. Every single day of his childhood, she saved him from his torment. And it would be so different for her to do that, like as an adult. Like, I don't know how she's gonna, but I'm sure something that will.
And she did save him when she rolled up with that car.
She did save
The
him.
Ford Fiesta.
She rolled out. He was like, "Oh, good." She actually fucking listened to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, in her roller skate, and she did not. So, listen, because the best of us do not listen. All right. Now you do not need to get some stuff done. Shut the fuck up. It's only like 7 p.m. You're fine. You're fine. It's not 8 p.m. yet. You're not in Texas time. It's on 9 p.m. I don't know where in Texas you'll be where the time fucking changes.
She's gonna be 12 hours from me, bitch.
I don't know what that means as far as
San Antonio.
time, like what
like
time is she?
She'll be
on?
in Central.
Central.
She'll be with me and Kellen.
She'll be with me. If you guys do a meetup, it'll be your last one.
We're all going to New Orleans. It's like right between all of us.
Fuck that. I would still do a redo in Barf Central too. Okay. I'll go back to Nasty Soup just to see everybody. Dominique would too, because that shit's fun, even if it's nasty.
Yeah.
If we get fun.
Life.
Yeah.
Kellen, there is a restaurant that is inside of a church, and this restaurant is called Vessel, and it is in New Orleans. Let's go.
Nolans. It's in New Orleans.
We don't. What do we not say? We don't say NOLA, right?
No, don't say NOLA.
New Orleans. All right. Well, then everyone enjoy finishing this rom-com. Kidding. Our dark romance here. Everyone enjoy. Be warned, all the dirty, rotten stuff is to come. So do not let your children listen in.
Wrong.
Don't find yourself a dusty rose.
Equally close to both of you.
Anyways,
Exactly.
finish the book. When do we meet again? Do you guys know?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, -1,
Yes.
the 25th. We will see everyone back the 25th.
Wait, is
Yeah.
that Memorial Day weekend?
It is Memorial Weekend,
Yes, it is. Why?
but it's not
No, I was just
Memorial
asking.
Day, I don't think. Am I wrong?
I mean, I just said it Memorial Day weekend. But
You're fine.
Yeah, okay. It's Memorial Weekend, but Memorial Day is the Monday after. So everyone gets that day off and can party then and come hang out with
Woo!
us. Go get yourself. You guys all have henna, so give yourself a little fairy tattoo.
ta-da! Maybe Liz doesn't have a basketball tournament that
They're
weekend.
wrong,
It's such a good thing that you have a phone that travels, Kellen.
right? You know, it's so cool that like headphones and a cell phone.
But also, where are you
is-
traveling? Are you traveling to me?
Anyways, have a good night, bitches. Enjoy the rest of this book.
Nubbies.
See you in 2 weeks.